Are you killing your productivity without even realizing it? Because there's a big chance you are. And after coaching 50 plus entrepreneurs to get into a focused flow state for 10 plus hours every single day, blow up all of their businesses, I kept on seeing the same issue happen over and over again, causing them to complete no work in a day, like having a giant morning routine. So today I'm going to show you why you can't do the work and give you 2 foolproof solutions so you can enjoy the work and do it endlessly every single day. So just before I go into this 2-step solutions process that I've given to all my clients, I just want to show you why you can't do the work. You see, every single time you do an action, the neural connections in your brain get stronger and stronger. So for example, every single time you wake up, you always brush your teeth. You always do the same action every single day. You don't have to face any mental resistance. You don't procrastinate while you're going to brush your teeth. You simply just do it. And that's simply because you've done it for your entire life. But here's the kicker though, the neural connections to the work is insanely weak. Every single time you've gone to sat down and work, you've either procrastinated, avoided it, or gone on YouTube or something. And what that does is it tells your brain that you shouldn't do it. It's not worth your time, so it's going to keep on going on YouTube every single time, and it's going to strengthen the bad habits you have in your life. If we want to be able to do the work consistently every single day, then we need to flip this around. We need to make sure the work neural pathway, the connection inside your brain, is strengthened. It's way too strong to actually break the habit of work. But the sad reality is, when this happens to you, which is happening to you every single day, your income is capped in your business, your work hours are capped because you can only work a set amount of time every single day before your brain just shoots itself and just gives up. What every single other entrepreneur is actually strengthening the work. They find it enjoyable. Their brain craves the work. So this is exactly what I'm going to show you to do right now. You see, this is a 2-step solution I've used with all my clients, and I've allowed them to effortlessly enjoy the work, basically never procrastinate or get distracted, and triple their work rate every single week, and eventually that inevitably leads them to make more money online than ever before. So let's get straight into it. The first part of this 2-step solution is something called attentional spaces. Now, you've probably never heard of this concept before because it's hidden in one of the productivity books most people don't know about, called Hyperfocus. In this book, the author, I can't remember his name to be honest, but basically he talks about this concept called attentional spaces. Now, an attentional space is like the maximum space that holds your attention. Right now, this video is in your attentional space. Maybe you've got music playing in your ears. Maybe you're in a gym listening to this right now. Maybe you're on the toilet, I don't know. Every single thing that you do currently is in your attentional space. And you'll take up different amounts of attention that can either make or break our ability to focus, do the work every single day. Now, it makes sense if we visualize this circle inside our mind with all the different things we have. To get into a focused flow state and do the work every single day, all we need to do is remove everything that isn't the work and make sure the work fills this attentional space, because then nothing can distract us. All our mental energy and our focus is just dotted on the work. And the reason why I know this is because one of the scientific flow triggers that have basically been proven that gets you into a flow state is something called deep concentration, which is very self-explanatory. When you're focused on something, you are going to produce much more efficient results with it. So what I want you to do right now, this is kind of like your first step with this first system, this first part of the system, is I want you to look around right now, pause the video and look around in your environment, think about what's in your mind right now, and when you go to work, what distracts you. Literally write down every single little thing that distracts you and find a way to get rid of them. Increase their mental resistance to do that thing or think about that thing, right? So the simple one is just move your phone outside your room, close your window, close your door so you don't hear anything. Do something that gets rid of all the distractions, and you'll notice that your work rate increases and you actually want to work. Your brain is in this positive feedback loop of, feeling productive. I know you probably think I'm repeating myself over and over again because you've heard me say this before, you've heard other people say just remove the distractions. But when you do it in a way where you write down every single thing and you literally write down a specific way that you can get rid of it and add it on to every single deep work session you do, like in a deep work ritual, you will be able to focus much more efficiently. So that's the first part of the system. It's attentional spaces, reducing the distractions, that makes you more likely to do the work, and you will actually be required to do less work in a day because of your increased focus time. And the second part of the system is something called mental bridges. This is a concept I came up with, but basically, once you imagine that you're on this cliff, right, and you want to be able to get across to the other side of the cliff, but the trouble is there's a giant gap between these two cliffs, right? You don't have a bridge, you don't have any resources other than the wooden tree behind you that you can probably break down and build wooden planks to get across this bridge, right? Or you can decide to run and jump it and probably fall to your death. And the cliff you're standing on represents you starting the task or going to start it. The other side of the cliff represents you finishing the task, feeling productive, feeling super happy with yourself. And the space between these two cliffs represent the mental resistance to do the work and actually show up and do it consistently. Now, what most people do is they would run and jump it, right? They would risk it and probably get distracted and fall down the cliff. But I'm telling you, the better thing to do, and this is considerably weird, but you can literally just reduce the gap between these two cliffs. If you simply reduce the mental resistance to do the work, show up, and consistently do it, you would have no problem showing up to the work. Because right now there's a deep-rooted reason to why you don't do the work every single day. Maybe you don't like showing up. Maybe you don't like the work itself, right? And it's your responsibility to find this belief system about the work, the perception that causes you to not show up, and remove it, okay? When I used to do my old business model called copywriting, I hated outreaching. I hated outreaching and sitting down at my desk and doing the work. But what I started to do and what I realized was I only hated the work in the first 5 minutes. So I only hated starting the work and nothing else. As soon as I started having that momentum, I started to enjoy it. So then I implemented the system that allowed me to instantly just start the work as soon as I woke up. I opened everything on my computer the night before, so when I woke up, it was just there. I could just get straight to work, right? When I did that, I could work endlessly. And this is what I want you to understand. 95% of the mental resistance is in the first 5 to 15 minutes of the task. After that, it's easy, you know? You reach this state where you lose track of the time, so your brain naturally wants to carry on working. Your prefrontal cortex basically just goes down, so you don't have any thoughts whatsoever. So what I want you to do right now is just think, how can you reduce the mental resistance? Are you going to plan tomorrow, today? Are you going to reduce all the distractions and remove them so when you wake up, you can get straight to work? Think about what really causes you to get frustrated about the task and just remove it. I know it's easier said than done, but when you just simply have a journal in front of you, or you just think about this for like 5 minutes, you'll find a way, bro, trust me. And once you do that, you'll notice that the gap between you starting the work and these two cliffs will drastically reduce. And this is a 2-step system I showed to all my clients that allowed them to work endlessly in a day and kind of got rid of like a lot of their mental resistance so they could consistently show up, right? So please just implement these 2 steps and I guarantee your life will change, okay? And by the way, if you're a young entrepreneur who wants to get into a flow state for 6+ hours and they completely blow up your business, make more money online, because the first thing is to join my free community in school where you get a free coaching call with me and a free flow state course, alright? So goodbye, have a nice day. You're going to end on the face again. Goodbye.